Hello, the wonderful people of YouTube. Retro Rewinder here, coming at you with a little bit of a pickup video, and I want to talk a little bit about some tips that I have when I go to thrift stores. So we're going to jump right into this. The first stop that we're going to talk about, I went to two today. The first stop is a small thrift store that I only go to maybe once a month. It's pretty rare that I find anything there, especially since they started selling their own items on eBay. In the past, I did get a really good find. It was a Walkman that I got like $400 for, or something crazy. But ever since then, I haven't found anything hard good wise that was really worth anything, because they look up all that kind of stuff. But you can still find some good deals on clothing and shoes sometimes. So the first thing that we have here is just a pair of Crocs. I tend to pick these up if I can get them for cheap, and this pair was only $6, and they look to be in really good condition. So I definitely pick these up whenever I can for cheap, especially the more fancier dress looking Crocs. So $6 will probably be about $30 when it's all said and done. Now, the next part of this find, all of these shirts were $2.50. A lot of times this place does like buy two, get one free, or buy one, get one free. Unfortunately, they didn't run any deals like that today. I think these may have been put out pretty recently anyway, so they probably wouldn't have been on sale. Anyway, if I can get this bag open. So these are all shirts. First one here. Fried green tomatoes served hot at the Whistle Stop Cafe in Juliet, Georgia. Single stitched, probably late 90s, early 2000 if I had to guess. Something I'm probably going to just put in my booth. This was pretty cool. This is on a Russell Athletics tag, and it is brand new with the sticker. It's a Dodgers baseball shirt. It is dated 1997. So $2.50, pretty good find there. I don't really know if these were worth picking up. I just thought the graphics on them were kind of cool. This first one is Dozer Maniac, and they're from the Historical Construction Equipment Association. And I did get two of these. So the first one is the Dozer one, and then the second one is a Shovel Maniac. Again, I just thought that the graphics on them were kind of cool. This next thing here is, if I can get it going here, a Slice of Heaven, single stitched on the Screen Stars tag, and it's from Mystic Pizza. And I know this was a movie, so I'm hoping that this is a cool shirt. I didn't really look up values of any of these. I just know for $2.50 that they were probably worth picking up. Next thing we have here is from the Indianapolis 500, and it is brand new. This one's 2006, I believe. Yep, 2006. We find a lot of racing and IndyCar stuff here with us being close to the Speedway. Another IndyCar or Indianapolis 500 shirt with like the cross from, what is that, like Choppers? Is it West Coast Choppers? And then last, my favorite find here, which I always like finding Peyton Manning stuff, but this is actually a vintage starter jersey. So nice Peyton Manning, and then it was a 48L. To me, it looks more like an extra large though. So pretty good finds from that little thrift store that I go to very rarely. So the next things I want to talk about here, I did get one that doesn't fit the theme, so we'll talk about that first. Anytime that I find like Harley Davidson shirts with neat graphics for $2, which is what most of our Goodwills charge for these, I always pick them up. I feel like $2 is a pretty good deal on these. At minimum, I can get like $10 in the booth. Normally, you can get a little more for them. And then this other stack here, these are all the same brand. And this is the part that I wanted to talk about, a little bit of a tip that I recommend trying sometimes. So these are all Orvis. I believe these are all wool as well. So when I went into the Goodwill, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll talk about this one in a second. So I got 5 pieces of Orvis. Again, all wool. When I went in, now they're $4.99, but they did have $15 price tags on them, which is not normal. They do price up certain brands at our Goodwill, but it's normally like Nike sometimes. They'll price up like Miss Me jeans, BKE jeans, but they rarely do it for like sweaters and shirts. So when I saw that these were all $15 each, I didn't think that was right. And I think it was one of the part-time managers that they have in there. Our specific Goodwill is short on management right now, so they've been having other people come in from different locations and helping out. And I think it was one of them that priced these. So basically, I found one of the staff members there that I'm pretty social with, and I talk to her every time that I go in. I said, hey, is your normal textile person working today? And she said they were. And I said, well, these are all $15 each, which is really rare. And she's like, well, let me go ask. So she actually took one of these back to the normal textile person, and they said, yeah, that's wrong. So instead of like asking the management, I just asked one of the staff to kind of go to one of the normal staff back there. I'm kind of like slurring my words a little bit, but basically the tip is, if you think something is priced wrong, don't be afraid to ask if it's a mistake, because sometimes they will change it. And it happens quite frequently at our Goodwill, especially when they know me that comes in there all the time. I think they're more likely to look at it and maybe make the right adjustment. And this last piece, which I was really excited, it's not actually a sweater. It's more like a quilted jacket. And this one was priced at $15 as well. And it is brand new with the tag. So this one didn't actually have an MSRP on it, but they did price this one at $5 for me as well. So that's my little bit of a haul today. So my recommendation is, if you're not happy with the price and you think it may be wrong, don't be afraid to ask. The worst that they're going to say is no, and the best thing that they could do is maybe lower it even lower than what you thought it would be. So this has been Retro Rewinder. Thanks for watching the video. We'll talk to you next time.